It's your boy Jimmy Blue, Mr. All Access Elite Boxing, reporting live from Frisco, Texas. I'm here with the father of Devin Haney, Bill Haney. How you doing, sir?
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me on your show.
Listen, man, we appreciate your time. We're here at the Mikey Garcia, Jesse Vargas post-fight, man. Everybody's here in the lobby, having a great time. How would you assess Mikey Garcia's performance tonight?
Mikey did what he was supposed to do. He showed that he carries the power at 147. He has the skills still. He hasn't lost a step. He's the Mikey Garcia that we all know.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Haney. Did he surprise you with anything? Considering, listen, he's been off almost a year. Last fought with Errol Spence Jr. A lot of people were looking to see if they see any glimpses of any ring rust. Did you see any sort of glimpses of anything?
No, because I knew Jesse was coming to fight. He was well prepared. Mikey got hit more than I'm kind of used to seeing him. I thought that I thought he did well. You can't take anything away from Mikey or Jesse. It was a great fight. I really enjoyed it, and I think the fans did too as well.
Not too long ago, man, your son was making, he made headline news, calling out everybody who's everybody. I know it was Adrian Broner, Mikey Garcia. Your son is one of the elite, one of the young, up and rising stars. I put him up there. Obviously he's a WBC lightweight champion, but I put him up there with the new era of boxing, what I like to call. Right. SHAKUR Stevenson, VERGIL ORTIZ, yes. Devin Haney, TEOFIMO LOPEZ, right. Ryan Garcia, Tank right. Davis. Right. When you hear these guys' name, how would you, rate your son amongst those up-and-coming contenders?
Oh, all those guys are great fighters. That whole class is exceptional. It's one of those classes that a lot of people refer to them as that 96 class where Carmelo, D-Wade, and those guys came out, right? So, they're just all exceptional fighters.
Well, let me ask you this, because I know you've been around boxing many years. You've been through the amateur system. You were, you grew up with a lot of these guys that are up and comers, champions, contenders. What do you feel, in your humble opinion, separates your son from the rest?
Well, first of all, I didn't grow up with them. I was old as hell when I met those kids.
Well, what I meant to say is through the ranks.
Right, definitely. No, but like I said, all those guys are exceptional. They all have different skill sets, but they all are exceptional fighters. And we as fans, coaches, and the like, it's just a pleasure watching them mature.
That's right.
I've got a chance to watch each of them come up through the amateurs, and they're all living up to what was expected out of them.
One thing that I want to applaud you on, bro, give you a compliment, is that seeing your son. Obviously, he's one of the new faces of the zone, matchroom boxing. But at every opportunity your son takes, he goes to these events. He goes, he speaks to the fans, he speaks to the media, and he's all about marketing himself. How important is that nowadays with the with the new platforms in boxing?
Well, Devin started out as a promoter, promoting his fights.
That's right.
And TJ.
That's right.
Where he would go to TJ, and then he would come home and he would put him on, upload him to YouTube. So
hell yeah.
Devin has a different charisma in terms of just the way he approaches his career. He's very much hands-on in terms of getting the content out and touching the people. So that's one thing I can say about him.
Let me ask you this, man. I know obviously your son had shoulder surgery. You never really want to rush somebody back from whether it be a minor injury or a serious injury or even surgery.
Right.
What do you want to see from your son, or what do you expect to happen within the next 12 months?
Well, with Devin, I think that he has a skill set that allows him to challenge the opponents that he's challenged. As far as the shoulder, we won't actually know how the shoulder is going to hold up until he's actually in the ring or sparring or hitting the bag. So right now, as of now, he feels wonderful. He says that he doesn't feel any pain or anything. So I mean, I think that we'll get back to business. I don't necessarily see, whereas Devin doesn't lack the skill to fight at the top level. So as long as he's healthy, then we'll resume our business as planned.
Let me ask you this, Coach. Realistically, I know, a dream fight. What would you say is a dream fight for your son? Who do you want to see him fight? I'm not talking about next, but I mean here in the foreseeable future. Who would you want to see your son fight rather?
Well, like I said, as far as dream fights, I don't have necessarily a dream fight. I think right now where we're at, we came obviously to watch the Mikey Garcia fight, see how he does. Mikey, who spoke about maybe coming down to 140, I think he has other plans now to stay at 147 with the Pacquiao stuff. So, of course, Ryan Garcia. I'm a fan of the Garcia family. So I would like to see that fight. Because they have so much history in the amateurs and stuff like that. But that'll be one of the fights that I would like.
My last two questions for you. Regis Progress, Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker, two former world champions at the junior welterweight level. What's your take on it? Give us a breakdown.
Both of those guys, I really like both of them as guys. Yeah, they're nice, cool guys or whatever. But I think it'll come down to can Regis get past Mo's jab? Can he get in? Can he close the distance? Regis is a tough fight for anyone, So it just that'll be for the fans. The fans,
it's a 50-50 fight. Definitely a pick 'em.
That'll be a treat for the fans.
Last question. I know you guys are going to be heavily keeping an eye out. Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko. Break it down for the fight fans.
Now that's a tough one. Initially, I was looking at it as Loma being the favorite, but with Teo's last performance with Comey, I mean he has that kind of power, and Teo also has a great skill set, like I pointed out before with those guys out of that class. It's gonna be a hell of a fight, and that's all I can pretty much say about it.
Is there any last shout outs you want to give to any of your sponsors, any of your friends, the fans, or any of your family back home that's watching?
No, I just wanted to say continue to watch Devin, and we're doing it for you.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate your time. Again, it's your boy Jimmy Blue, Mr. All Access Elite Boxing, signing off.
Thank you.